I'm not doing it. I'm not getting in cryo. I'm gonna be the same one here. No, nobody even can.
Well, this is a disappointment. I'll admit, I was a little biased going into this, but I was still willing to give Tacoma a chance and surprise me, and it did not. Developed by Fulbright for Xbox One and PC, this is first and foremost an interactive experience, a walking simulator, and it commits one of the worst cardinal sins any of these games can commit. It's boring. It's a boring, boring slog.
Everybody went along with this.
I'll head downstairs and get started on it.
But what is it that makes it boring? Well, the story for one thing. Now, it does start off pretty interesting at first. We're playing as a contractor who's been sent up to the Tacoma transit station to do some maintenance work after the employees were evacuated following an emergency. And how the story is conveyed, i.e. the personal drama of the crew, is quite innovative for the genre, I'll admit that. It's presented through these augmented reality logs where you can rewind and fast forward holographic recordings of what they were doing. It's pretty cool, but it's just a shame that the characters are just two-dimensional and boring. We do learn a bit more about them, but you have to really explore to get that information, and even then, it's nothing that interesting. I really can't remember a single memorable trait about any of these people, other than 2 of them are lesbians and had sex, and then another one is gay and has a husband and a son. That's it. To make things worse, the dates between the AR logs is incredibly huge, so this means that the narrative feels disjointed and at times incomplete, especially the final log when it's just corrupt and it says it's 22 minutes, but it ain't that long. This also means there's no pacing, so all of a sudden the situation can escalate from, hey, cool, we're having fun, yeah, oh my god, this is a terrible situation, we could all die soon, hey, we've been up here for a while and this might be our last time alive, so, you wanna have sex? Oh my god, they were behind all this. Literally, that is exactly what it feels like as you go through the entire 2 hours of gameplay. It just jumps from one tone to the next, almost with a complete audible thump. In fact, now that I'm ranting about the story, I just remembered the controversy around Mass Effect 3's ending, and how the ending of this actually reminded me of that. See, the ending here tries to go for something similar to Bioshock Infinite, the big twist revelation that Comstock was actually Booker DeWitt from another dimension. Here, the ending doesn't do that. It doesn't elicit the same shock because you're so bored because there's nothing going on except the personal drama of some of the most boring people in the universe. So when the twist revelation is made, it just feels out of place and like the game is trying to shift the theme of the narrative from one to the other. Originally the theme is personal drama, but the ending then wants to change that to civil liberties being undermined by corporate corruption. At the very least, if that had been teased earlier on in the narrative, it would have been a more palatable ending, but instead it just feels like something a really bad writer threw together to try to give everything a bigger point than it really had.
The gravity, it won't be artificial.
Now, believe it or not, there is something to like about this game, and that's the fact that you can pick up almost any object and throw it. I'm not joking, playing Tacoma, that's the most enjoyment you're going to get out of this, especially when you realise that this game is perfect for VR. I mean, with the augmented reality logs, it would be so awesome to explore the environment and actually look at them by turning your head normally, but it's just not there. So if anyone from Fulbright actually sees this video, please add VR support via an update. That would make this game so much better. When everything's said and done, Tacoma is a narrative-driven experience that tried to have a point, but just completely mishandled it, like how it mishandled everything else it had going for it. If you're into these types of games, there are other better ones you can enjoy, like The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, The Stanley Parable, or even Get Even. In fact, I'd recommend that over this any day of the week. Tacoma, just feel free to skip it.
Burton Nat need us. They need you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was almost good to put this video together. Trust me, I did not have a good time with Tacoma, and hopefully you can avoid that bad time too. Anyway, if you liked the video, then how about you like, favorite, and subscribe, or if you saw it on VidMe, a tip or two, that'd be great, that'd make you an awesome person. Anyway, I'm still going to try to thrash out some more of my overdue movie reviews, and I'm also planning to do a video on the PC beta of Destiny 2. Got all that and more coming up, so stick around.